Hey y'all, welcome in. My name is Brian and I've got a very interesting video today. Let's see if Chris Cuomo can keep a straight face when having someone with Tourette Syndrome on his show. Without further ado, let's dive in.
What do you hope you can do by taking the risks that you take so people can understand what you're dealing with?
I'm sorry, do you mind repeating the question? Ooh, fuck off.
What do you want people to learn?
I want people to learn that Tourette's is a neurological involuntary motor and vocal disorder. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. I don't tick 24/7, and there's a lot of little baby weenies, fuck off. Fuck you, Chris. There's a lot of things that people don't understand. Like, people think that cussing is with everyone who has Tourette syndrome, but it's only in 10% of people with Tourette's.
And how has it been as you've gotten more famous? Do you believe that people are understanding better, or are they dopes like me who think you're acting?
Okay, Chris, you did not need to do that. That's kind of low. I think he tried to say what he was trying to get at was he was poking a little bit fun at himself, maybe, but that's kind of low to go to someone who has Tourette's. This girl clearly does. She has a whole channel dedicated to it. But to say dopes like me who don't believe you, that's no bueno. That ain't nice.
I say it's the same. I think there's a lot more people that don't understand what Tourette's is, and they like to educate themselves more. So I get thousands of DMs from parents, from teachers, from girls that have been diagnosed with Tourette's, and they've had to be kicked out of school for attention seeking because they rip up their homework or do things like that. I've had parents reach out to me asking me, oh, my son's coming home with a girlfriend and his girlfriend has Tourette syndrome. So, and then I also get very evil people that would comment and say, like, go fuck yourself, Chris, little baby weenie, blam up your ass, butter your own biscuit, fat ass, that have told me that my parents deserved to die in a car accident because I'm faking my condition, or people have told me that, like, I've had to have the police at my house because people gave out my location and said they were going to come torch my house. Like, it's crazy.
Trolls are everywhere.
Here's the thing. Clinically, people suck, and they're mean, and they're stupid, and they try to make themselves feel better by going after others. And you are the antidote, my young friend, because you have my kids. You have my kids repeating your lines so that it's almost become cool, and not because, it's raunchy. It's because you're being real and you're living your truth. And they love it. They love the bravery of it. And so do I. And I love how you've changed your mission. You were at university. COVID was tough for you, tougher than for most, right? Really blew up your symptoms. And now you want to be a physical therapist because exercise helps you, and you believe it's a way that you can help others. A personal trainer, right?
Oh,
yes. So I go to the gym 5 days a week, and I go to a workout class, splitting it throughout the week. I love exercise. My boyfriend got me into it. I've been doing it for about a year now.
Hold on, she has a boyfriend? You know what? Good for her. Good for her. That's one of the few shining moments that we get to look at Gen Z and go, you know what? These kids might be okay. I mean, they're not for the most part, but they might actually be okay.
I love it. It's my release. I obviously go to the gym and I wear headphones, and that's also a very big factor in how fuck off, fuck Colin, fuck that bitch. That's also a really big part in my journey, was starting out with him.
Well, I love seeing him in the videos. You guys have a great bond. I love everything about your family, and I love the story you're telling to people and living your truth.
You're done.
And my kids,
you're done.
You know what? I am done. I got to go to phone calls because they're blowing up with support for you. So I hope you can watch it at home and listen to everybody who wants to say great things to you. Balin Dupree, thank you.
Unusually wholesome. That was unusually wholesome. So I'll start off with the nice things before I get into some criticism. The nice things, bringing awareness. This is one of the few times that Gen Z is using TikTok properly. For the most part, TikTok is cancer. But girls like her and guys like her who have Tourette's or have other very difficult disabilities are showing that they can actually live in the real world without having the world to be totally conformed to them. And that's an amazing message that I hope gets more and more amplified. So that's the good thing about Gen Z. And Cuomo might be redeeming himself a little bit with a segment like this. He deserves a second chance after all the crap that he's done, particularly for his deadbeat brother. But here's the little bit of criticism that I have. Remember how I said that TikTok does some good things? Well, it mostly amplifies garbage, and it is destroying a ton of minds. It's shortening our attention spans to places that we can't even fathom. And that's actually becoming a huge problem in society. And then you have the issue of what's being pushed. For instance, if you saw some of the clips in there, you saw her dancing all the time. And let's be honest, TikTok dances are cringe. Don't do it. But here's the last bit of criticism, and this is interesting for the media as a whole. Cuomo has tried to get some media relevancy again, and he's clearly good on stage. He's clearly good with the mic, and he's good with an interview. This is a fantastic little interview, and I believe he means everything that he says, even though he said something that was arguably terrible. But here's the problem. The media is dying. As we know it, the major media conglomerates are just slowly leaking and oozing. You can see this with Disney. They're losing money hand over fist this year. The big three and the traditional mainstream media outlets are just bleeding cash. And they're bleeding it to people who have their voices individually on the internet outside of these traditional spheres of influences. So this is actually a shining moment because you have someone from Gen Z who's coming onto a show that's not on a truly major cable news network. So it's heartwarming to see that the mainstream media, who has been lying to the American people for years, finally start to lose major audiences, and it's great to see people pivoting to these new places. For instance, like this channel right here. I'm Brian. Hope y'all have a good one.